Shalom, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai. Let's give all praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops, the great millstone that taught us this word, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect across the planet Earth, pushing this truth. Check this article out of RT, Russia Today. So, looks like the U.S. is making mega centers into deportation camps or whatever. They're eyeing, well, the title is the U.S. is eyeing mega centers for immigrant deportations. So they're taking like warehouses, Amazon warehouses, and Walmarts, and converting them into detention centers or concentration camps. Right now, they're just claiming it's for immigrants, but it's going to be for everyone, all the Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans. But this article was dated yesterday, November 9th, 2025. Says ICE is reportedly considering facilities built for Amazon as part of U.S. President Donald Trump's crackdown. So Amazon just laid off a bunch of people, so got a lot of these warehouses that are empty. I guess they're looking to convert those into mega centers for immigrant deportations, and ultimately, for concentration camps. But we've been telling you about this. It says the administration of Donald Trump is considering converting giant warehouses originally built for companies such as Amazon into holding facilities for immigrants who have been detained for violating law. Since taking office in January, Trump has pursued a broad crackdown in illegal immigration. He has pledged the largest deportation operation in history. The new warehouses could be turned into what a Department of Homeland Security official described as mega detention centers, as they will reportedly be located near airports in southern states where deportations are most frequent. The official said the move would help increase efficiency in deportations. Says according to NBC, some of the warehouses being considered were built for Amazon, but were never used by the company, and ranged in size from 600,000 square feet to several million square feet. U.S. administration's tough approach to immigration enforcement triggered nationwide protest, with demonstrators denouncing the crackdown. So yeah, man, they're converting these warehouses and these unused buildings into deportation centers and ultimately, concentration camps. But that was already been known. GMS have always pushed that. This is Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So yeah, man, we're coming close to that time, man. Time of Jacob's trouble, where these deportation centers, these concentration camps are going to be filled up, but not with just so-called illegal immigrants, but they're going to be putting all jakes in there, man. Ones who don't want to take that chip, they're going to be thrown in those camps. As the scriptures say, the Lord said, fear none of those things. This is Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life. So yeah, there's going to be mass death in these mega centers. They're putting the guillotines or whatever. People that don't want to take the chip, throwing them in there as well. So yeah, man, it's gonna be all out hell. And this is just the beginning of sorrows, man. The Lord said that day is great, so that none is like it. No other day in the history of the world, history of time, civilization, is gonna be like this time that we're entering into, man. Mass death, pestilence, It says, fear none of those things. But the Lord said, fear none. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. The devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and have tribulation 10 days. So the elect is going to be thrown up. Some of the elect is going to be thrown up in these prisons, man. The Lord said, fear not. Fear none of those things. Be faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life. Because you're most likely, if you get thrown in there, you're going to be faced with death. That may be one of your trials. That you may have to face. The Lord said, be thou faithful unto death, and he'll give you a crown of life. It was Revelation 20:4. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushai. Yes, the elect, push the name. On them street corners, that persecution's coming. And this could be, a possible outcome of that. As we just read, it said, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, man. Some brothers may see this, some brothers' lot may be to get their head cut off, man. But the Lord's going to give you that spirit to deal with it. It says, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushai, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, or received his mark upon their foreheads, or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Yahushai 1,000 years. So, once I refuse this mark, that chip is going to be made mandatory. And those that refuse it, are going to be put in those camps, some of them. But the Lord said, be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life. So it's all about that faith, man. However the Lord may do it. You may have to see death, or maybe an angel will break you out. However it may go down, you have to be faithful unto the Lord, man. Be faithful unto death. Don't take that chip. Don't take that mark. Don't denounce the name. Stand firm until that day, man. Until that time. Be faithful unto death. And it said right here, this is the crown of life. And they lived and reigned with Yahushai 1,000 years. So, you're going to be that joint heir. Even if you're still going to be that joint heir with Yahushai, man. You're going to come right back to life. If you're so-called put to death. But you always got to pray. This is a Psalms 21. Lord, Yahushai, hear thee in the day of trouble. The name of Yahushai of Jacob, defend thee. So it's about that name and prayer, man. So it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. How is he going to be saved out of it? By prayer and faith, man. And the Lord hear thee in the day of trouble. In the name Yahushai, Jacob. The name of the Most High of Jacob, the power of Jacob. Defend thee, man. So Yahushai and the angels are going to defend you in that day, man. No matter how bad it gets out here. You just have to remember, the name, prayer, and faith. And stick to that, even unto the very end. Because it's a win-win situation at the end of the day. No matter what it is that you may have to deal with. It's a win-win if you keep the faith. Just be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give you a crown of life. That's what it's all about. Yeah, I just wanted to bring out this article, so now it's coming to light, man. We're taking these Amazon centers, these Amazon warehouses, a lot of these Walmarts, they're going to be converted into deportation centers, man. And ultimately, concentration camps. We're putting them guillotines in there and all that for the elect and for the ones that refuse the mark of the beast. But like I said, we just read, power of Jacob will defend thee, man. You have a defense. Will hear thee in the day of trouble. With that, shalom.